A Twitter post about biological men claiming to be women has seen the comedy writer of Father Ted, Graham Linehan, arrested upon landing in the UK. In one of the posts, he said, quote, "If a trans-identified male is in a female-only space, he is committing a violent abuse act. Make a scene, call the cops, and if all else fails, punch him in the balls." Well, gee, it's hard to argue with that, is it? But the UK's censorship laws are gagging everyday Brits and completely destroying free speech. And so Graham Linehan rocked up at court overnight the very best way he could. Have a look at this, wearing a "There's no such thing as a transgender child" sign. How good. Now, one person who knows all about being censored and being taken to court for speaking out about this very issue is Giggle founder Sall Grover, and she joins me now. Sal, nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. So this trans ideology, it's not only infiltrated society, but law courts, you know that firsthand. And of course, it's in the laws and you speak out about it and look what happens.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. First of all, it's great to see you. But I'm really lucky I get to call Graham a friend. I've spoken to him since he was arrested. For anyone who's watching this issue peripherally, they may think that the Graham issue is a one-off. No, he's just actually the most high-profile example that has happened. Women especially have had their lives turned upside down around this issue and had been going to court for years. Oh, it almost makes a 16-hour arrest feel like a sanctuary in comparison. In Australia, just in the past week, Kirralie Smith, a mother and the spokeswoman for Binary, was told that she had unlawfully vilified a man who claims to be a woman purely because she disagrees with him being on a women's sports team and spoke out about it publicly, which is her job. She is facing $200,000 of fines. So this is happening in this country. It's not just in the UK or in America where we can look to other countries being crazy. If I was to make an argument, I would say actually Australia is the craziest country on this issue.
Yeah, we are so far behind the rest of the world. And actually, I want to talk to you about that because the other question that seems to be very difficult to answer is what is a woman? And you and I know the answer to that, which I don't know, Sal, it might make us geniuses or bigots. I guess it depends on who you ask these days. But One Nation leader Pauline Hanson is pushing to restore the legal definition of a woman. But she asked the Minister for Women, Katie Gallagher, in the Senate this week what measures the government was taking to ensure women's rights are being protected from trans activism. And here was the answer.
The issues you raised have not been raised with me as Minister for Women by all of the range of stakeholders I deal with on a day-to-day basis around addressing women's policy and about driving gender equality. That's the position this government takes.
Sal, she claims that no stakeholders have ever raised it with her. What do you make of that response?
I am happy to resend my emails to her if she would like to. But in the manner of moving this issue forward, I actually re-emailed her this week after she said that on the Senate floor. And you will be shocked to find out that she has not responded to me.
Oh.
I have to meet with her to talk about this as a stakeholder in this issue. She spoke on the Senate floor about economic equality for women. My livelihood has been destroyed because men are claiming to be women and the government is supporting them in that. I created a space exclusively for women and I can't run it because of the Sex Discrimination Commission and the federal court's interpretation of the law. She would have to be living under a rock to not know that there is an issue here. And furthermore, if there's no issue, then let us have female-only spaces. There's only an issue because they're not letting us have them. But I will say a big thank you to Pauline Hanson because she spoke brilliantly on the Senate. She is 100% right on this issue. Even if you disagree with her on other issues, she's right on this issue. And it's partly because she's not stating opinion. She's stating a fact. The other side is stating opinion. You can have the opinion that men can be women until the cows come home. Knock yourself out. Have fun. That's your opinion. Pauline Hanson, women like myself, Kirralie Smith, we are saying that women are adult human females. We are a class separate from men, and legally, when it matters, that needs to be acknowledged. It's that simple. So the other side is the irrational, crazy ones, not us.
No, 100%. As I said, I don't know if we're bigots or geniuses at this point, Sal. It's very strange. Geniuses, exactly.